White nationalist Nick Fuentes claimed just a couple of years ago that his apparent prior presence on the TSA's no-fly list was because he was a conservative, that this was political persecution. This is once again the woke TSA targeting conservatives or something like that. Turns out though, according to a new analysis of documents, that might not be the case. The TSA says that they banned Fuentes from flying because he posed a safety risk to crew members and threatened to strangle flight attendants. Now, they were able to track down some evidence of this, and it was difficult. It was very secret. They had to dig deep, hire private investigators, and they eventually found the evidence on his podcast. So here it is.
Excuse me, could you put your mask on? Yeah, and let me tell you, I'm gonna land and then I'm gonna get in the airport parking lot and I'm gonna wait for you. And then I'm gonna put a mask over your face, your mouth and nose. You still need to be wearing the mask even if you can't breathe. So, no, I'm kidding.
He was kidding. So, no harm, no foul. That's not the only thing. There's social media posts of him talking about these conflicts. He seemed to repeatedly, enthusiastically want to broadcast that he is an issue in reality and hypothetically far worse. And honestly, I mean, you watch that thing. If I was a flight attendant, I would be terrified too. Any 1 second section of that video would convince me at least, and this is just me, I'm only speaking for myself, that he shouldn't be on a plane and he might have a taste for human flesh. I'm not saying he's actually eaten it, but I'm saying he's thought about it at least. Look at his body language. What is going on with that guy? Would you want to sit next to him in a cabin of an airplane?
Yeah. Well, we don't have to go that far to know what he stands for. He said that Hitler's really cool. Okay, and by the way, he then says, but you're not allowed to take that into consideration when considering whether I'm a threat or not. Well, Hitler killed 13 million people and you thought that was pretty cool. That does go to state of mind a little bit, but I wouldn't ban him from flying because of that. But threatening to strangle and murder flight attendants, that'll get you banned. That'll get you banned real quick. But to me, what's amazing about this story is the entitlement complex. He's like, what? This is discrimination against me because now all of a sudden you're saying I can't threaten to murder the flight attendants. That's not discrimination against you. That's just applying very simple rudimentary laws. But for right wingers, they really believe they should be above the law. And they're shocked anytime that it's applied to them.
I've never really understood why the face mask is like the mountain they want to die on. The face mask. Like a flight attendant makes like $28,000 a year. Like they're up there like standing on their feet all day, serving water to angry people. And then you're gonna have to deal with this guy who's screaming at you and I'm gonna like meet you in the parking lot later and strangle you or whatever, put a mask on you till you suffocate or whatever. I mean, like, this is just the typical like crap that people have been putting up with regard to face masks, whether they work in a grocery store or an airplane, and I'm glad people like that are put on no-fly lists or no-shop lists or whatever, because it is a very small, thinly veiled, literally attempt to safeguard the welfare of the public. It's really simple, and it won't be forever. But just when you're flying, put one on.
Yeah. And by the way, most of the time these days you don't have to. It's only if they ask you to put one on. So last thing, real quick, I went to the dentist's office today, and they said, "Oh, you got to put a mask on." I've put a mask on in a while. I actually really don't like masks. They make my nose itch. I don't like how it makes me feel confined. So you know what I did? I threatened to murder the dental assistant. No.
Please make clear that that's a joke because you'll be put on a no drill list.
Oh. Okay, seriously, of course, what did I do? I just put one on.
Yeah.
It wasn't the end of the world. It was totally fine. You don't have to threaten to kill people because You're taking away your freedom, right? Meanwhile, they're looking to arrest anyone who goes to a drag show or was in a drag show in Tennessee, etc. Hey, parents, you're not allowed to do this. Teachers, we're going to punish you for that, etc. You take away freedom in 1,000 different ways. But we ask, hey, can you put a mask on? Oh, I'm going to murder you. Oh, I'm being politically discriminated against.
I'm a victim.
Oh, right wing neo-Nazi. Oh, so sad for you. Okay, yeah. Neo-Nazi, no cookies for you.
Anyway, to close, he apparently was taken off of the no-fly list like almost 2 years ago. So, the next time you fly, watch out.
Okay, by the way, it turns out it's not cookies, it's no flights for you. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.